So this video series that I'm doing right now, going into all the stuff I got during vacation, is just going to start with the movies. Now we're getting into the books, which buying very heavy books when you're trying to keep your suitcase under a certain weight, it's not very smart. So I bought a lot of books that are very heavy, but if you see what they are, you'll understand. And it's been a headache trying to figure out how to transport all this stuff home, but we're gonna do it. And yeah. So the first book I found was at the Dollar Tree. This is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, the art book with introduction by Tim Burton. That's right. So if you know anything about art books, like for example, if you're a collector, you understand art books are not cheap. They are usually about $30 to $40. Some can be lower in price range, but they're usually not. So to find a book like this is amazing. And if you don't know Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, it's a Tim Burton movie that came out in 2016. It was all right. It wasn't great. The thing about this movie, it was based on a series of books, and 20th Century Fox made it, and they wanted it to be like they were Harry Potter, or Percy Jackson, or something. Didn't really take off. You can see it like how movies like this, that 20th Century Fox greenlight led to Disney buying them. You know what I mean? Like they clearly needed new management because they made garbage like this, which, and I wouldn't even say garbage, right? Because this isn't an awful movie. I own it. I've watched it a couple times. It's a decent little movie, but more just it's garbage in the fact that it's not profitable. It's not very good. If they wanted this to be a good franchise, I'm sure they could have, but the way they went about it was not the best, and they clearly didn't care about the source material they were adapting. But this is a cool art book for $1.25, so I grabbed that. I mean, I used to love Tim Burton. He used to be one of my favorite directors, if not my favorite. Well, he was definitely my favorite back then, but just not anymore. Because you realize Burton's overrated. He didn't direct The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I love. And that was the main thing I loved him for. I'm like, oh my god, Nightmare Before Christmas. Then you realize, hey, he didn't direct this movie. Someone else did. His good movies are good, but they're kind of few and far between compared to his bad movies. So, not a big Burton guy anymore. That's my little rant about Tim Burton in this video. I found Major Easy, book 1. Now, if you don't know what Major Easy is, it's like a very famous Britain comic. But look at the art on this thing. And this is book 1, so this is just volume 1, basically. And it's just got all this amazing art in here. I mean, this goes for like 20 bucks on Amazon. $1.25. Incredible deal. So I grabbed that. And I'm going to have to dive into those. When I went to a Civil War museum, I grabbed the museum book because basically everything that you saw on the on display in there is in the book, and it goes into detail about where it came from, the details about it, which kind of they did in the museum, but kind of not. And this book was like $7, so I thought that was really neat to get as a souvenir. And that's not all I got as a souvenir, but I'm not showing that in this video, so stay tuned. I bought this Hollywood Spotlight Star Wars book, which I bought it at the airport, and I was reading that on the plane. Pretty neat stuff in there, pretty cool photos and interesting information, and give some updates on Mandalorian Season 3, and, Obi-Wan, which is coming out this Friday. I'm very excited about that. So, well, not this Friday, the Friday that's upcoming, May 27th. So, I found this book by Ninja at the Dollar Tree. I did not buy this for me because I'm not a gamer, not into gaming stuff. But I got this for my brother who said he didn't want it, but he said one of my cousins would want it, so I'm going to give that to him when I get back. Either way, that's a cool find, right? Because it's a YouTuber book, it's probably sold at Walmart or Amazon or other places for way more than $1, so that was pretty neat, right? I found The Story of All of Us, Mankind. This is a book by History Channel, which to advertise a Blu-ray set that came out. I've never seen this Blu-ray set, but I thought that was really cool. And I mean, it's history, so I guess that's interesting. For $1.25. Can't reiterate that. $1.25. Can't believe that. I bought a Tomb Raider book, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, based on one of the newer games. Not a gamer, but if I was more of a gamer, Tomb Raider would probably still be one of my favorite gaming franchises because I love Tomb Raider. One of the few games I actually played. And then we have the John Wayne Compendium. I bought this at a John Wayne Museum, which basically has posters, information about each movie, like release date, director, all that stuff. So if I wanted to start collecting John Wayne movies, I know where to start and where to end. Pretty cool little book there. I bought that for $20. Probably the most expensive book I got, but I figured that was really cool. Couldn't pass that up. So that's all the books I grabbed, and those are probably my favorite things that I grabbed, besides what I'll be showing off in the next video. Really, really awesome stuff. Just cannot believe some of the finds I found there. Incredible stuff.